There's a lot of really good things going on in the industry right now, and I gotta say that Sony is starting to make some waves at just the right time, in my opinion. Now, this isn't gonna say solve all the problems or anything like that, because there's obviously going to be issues that are going to arise from all companies. It doesn't matter what company you are. Eventually at some point, there's going to be some kind of problem along the way, and that's just life in general, not just gaming, but life in general. So yeah, that's always going to be a bit of a thing. With that being said, Sony has made a lot of strides. They've also listened to fans. Obviously, there's still going to be some things they're going to have to be fixed up. In general, they're going to have to pay attention to what fans are going to have, what fans are asking for, and just in general, I think they're going to have to maybe be a little bit more clear. And I think along with that level of clarity, they also need to be, a little bit more honest and upfront. And I mean, all companies probably would benefit from that. But I also think that it's very important to kind of note that it's going to be something that people are going to always talk about in terms of is this going to be how it's going to be in the future for gamers and things like that. You gotta put your best foot forward. I understand it's all about money, but you also have to go out there and try to do the best that you can for your fans. And I think that's where Sony is going to probably get into this a little bit more. But I wanted to jump into this topic because I thought it was very much worth it and something to talk about. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Please like the video. That's all I ask. Anybody that watches the video, just like the video. I continue doing them. Just would appreciate it if you guys would do that for me. A simple like goes an extremely long way. With that being said, hey, how you guys doing? It's another day. It's another beautiful day. Hopefully you guys all understand that, my PlayStation is back working and all that kind of stuff. Sorry for any kind of misconfusions or anything like that. With it being the quote-unquote solid-state drive, it was more the software, the update with that was the problem than anything else. So yeah, hopefully everything kind of gets worked out, and hopefully you guys are all doing well, and I love hearing from you guys, the feedback and stuff like that, both good and bad. So kind of remember that as we go forward. Now, how good is the PlayStation 5 doing? How good is it selling? Well, I mean, it sells out of everything that basically it makes. You know what I mean? That's, I think, going to be the main thing that we have going forward, is how many consoles are these going to sell? Why do you care? Well, listen, I have always cared about console sales. Even when you play it down, even when I was a quote-unquote Xbox fanboy, you still care about the console sales. You just are a little bit play that off because your console's not selling what the other company is, and so that's a little bit embarrassing, right? It's like, I equate it to sports. Let's say you're a football fan. Yeah, sure, you love your team, but you're going to play it down a little bit if they're not winning the Super Bowl, right? Let's just, I don't care anyway, right? What's it matter? People get like that. And then, of course, last month on the NPD, when Xbox had more stock than PlayStation available, and so money-wise did number one, although they still sold less units than the Switch, the Xbox fans were all up in arms, like, oh, yeah, look, we won, yeah, and then you realize that the reason for that was just simply they had some more stock allocated. What happens when PlayStation has more stock allocated? Well, you get this situation right here. PS5 sold nearly as many units as all other consoles combined, and this is in the UK for July 2021. While Sony has yet to eliminate the stock shortages currently facing the PlayStation 5, the console has reportedly had another bumper month in the UK for July 2021. According to Game Industry's Biz Christopher Dring, Sony's latest home console managed to sell nearly as many units last month as all other platforms combined. While exact sales figures were not revealed, there's still plenty big accomplishment right there in and of itself for a console that isn't readily available, especially when compared to the Switch and last generation machines. The PS5 was released in November 2020 in Europe and the US and some other major territories, although the console quickly sold out and has been plagued by, obviously supply issues ever since, and now ranks as the fastest selling console in the company's history. Right now, it's unknown how well the system is doing in comparison to the Xbox Series X and S, although we do have somewhat of an idea, which is over 10 million sold by Sony versus the situation with what was it? I think they guesstimated 6 million for Xbox or whatever. So yeah, I mean that's not terrible or anything like that. I think that that's pretty good, to be honest with you. Obviously both Microsoft and Sony are going to be out there competing for dollars and cents and stuff like that, and I think we continue to see some really cool things from both companies, and that's going to be something that fans kind of have to kind of deal with. I think, for me personally, I love the fact that we keep seeing this bit of competition from both Sony and Microsoft. It really just goes to show that they're both in it to kind of take us places that we maybe haven't really been before, and I think that is very important for the future of gaming. We all want to see gaming do extremely well, and we all want to see gaming continue to expand on what we've got. I mean, if you look at what the PlayStation 5 has been able to accomplish so far, they've got some games out. I mean, it looks like we might possibly have a bit of a weight on our hands for more games down the line, but at the same point in time, we still look at this and we got to go, wait, you know what, I can deal with that. Like, again, you don't want these rushed games going out there. I think that's the most important thing going forward is, you want people to be able to go out there and kind of understand that these games are going to be finished, and it takes as long as it takes, and I know that's tough because people go, oh, well, you don't feel that way about Xbox. I do, but it's like Microsoft sort of did something a little bit different for themselves in the fact that they did a really piss poor job of planning games in the first place, right? Like, how do you go years upon years without having some kind of games out there or something along those lines, or having something even close to being ready? And I think that's been the biggest problem going forward, is the fact that is that we haven't been able to see anything realistically that's super close. I mean, yeah, there's Halo and Forza, but again, if you look at the last games released, the big AAA ones from Microsoft, it was Gears in 2019, then Halo and Forza in 2021. I mean, so in between the 2 years, despite all those purchases of studios, you get the same Halos and Forzas and Gears. So I think that's probably why so many people are a little bit upset, and rightfully so. But in my opinion, I think that both companies are making strides to make the best of it. I mean, who knows if we're going to end up going back into some lockdowns, probably in some of these other countries for sure. And I think that's going to be probably gonna hamper the game situation again going into next year, right? I mean, let's just be real. I don't think that it really matters much in terms of stuff that we're going to get this year, but I think that we're going to continue to see games struggle. And the thing that sucks, obviously, it's a very serious situation for sure, but the thing that I would think that kind of sucks is the fact that these games, even the ones that are getting released, aren't exactly how can I put this? They aren't exactly as finished or as polished. I mean, it's rare to see finished or polished games or whatever in this day and age right now anyway, right? I think that's the truth. Like, even stuff like Ratchet and Clank, I mean, that had a few bugs in it. Returnal had some bugs in it or whatever. We keep seeing this kind of stuff happen, and again, we'll have to wait and see how this all plays out, but I wouldn't expect there to be like just a sudden bunch of quality or anything like that in terms of what's going to happen in the future between these companies. So I do hope that we see some big things before too long from every company involved, but I also think that it's going to really probably take a little bit of time, and we're just going to have to be a little bit patient. I know people hate hearing that, you know, I hate it too, because I want to play games as just like you guys. So, you know, hopefully you guys can, you know, just find something to play in the meantime. But I am very much looking forward to kind of seeing what these companies have to offer. And it is a very exciting time. So Sony is doing incredible. It looks like consoles are doing incredible in general. So, yeah, I think that that's absolutely really, really cool. To say the least, and you know, it just makes me happy to see. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for checking out the channel, and please like the video and share it out if you wouldn't mind. I would very much appreciate that. Have a fantastic day. Fact them up as always. Crapgamer out.